What's up, everyone? I hope you guys are doing amazing. My name is Joshane, product manager by profession. Love to share my experiences and my perspective that has helped me so far to be a better person, and then can help you as well. So, let's quickly jump into the video. Just wanted to share a very interesting topic today on something called dopamine detox. Now, you guys might be thinking, what is this dopamine detox all about? First thing, like, what is dopamine, right? So, let me start with this. So, have you ever noticed how many times you open that FB account after you post, or on that Insta page or Insta story, to see how many have viewed it? Or maybe that playing that particular video game that makes you feel comfortable, or watching that Netflix series, right? So yeah, I'm saying Netflix, so that this video doesn't go down basically. So that Netflix series that allow you to feel that, oh, everything is good. So how many times you do that? Let's say in a day, or in weeks, or in months. So by the time you realize right now is that you have already been addicted by that, right? We are all being addicted by that digital drug that is going around. And why I'm saying it's a digital drug, because every time you open that Insta page, or every time you watch that Netflix series, or every time you post and go inside that FB account to check how many likes you got, and every time you go inside, you get that dopamine shot. I'll explain what that dopamine is all about, but for now, just think how many times you have been getting that, right? So let's quickly jump into the video and find out what this dopamine detox is all about, and how to better use of this brain stuff called dopamine. Okay, intro music. Okay, welcome back, everyone. So before we start, just wanted to say that if you like the content, and if you like the video, if you want to support, please do go and subscribe. Reason being, once you do that, so-called YouTube algorithm thinks that this video can help others as well around us, and start showing it to them. So please do your part. Subscribe, share, like. So in super easy terms, dopamine is a brain chemical that helps you to stimulate that feeling of pleasure, feeling of happiness, satisfied, accomplished, and even have that feeling of motivation. So it's a super important brain chemical overall. Apart from, there are something called serotonin, cortisol, which is the brain chemical induced when you are stressed. But yeah, there are plenty of that. But today's focus is on dopamine. So in biological terms, dopamine is a neurotransmitter, which think it like a postman, right? You post a mail to your friend, and that postman takes that mail and give it to it. And once that mail reaches to your friend, it's he has some kind of feeling of attachment to it, right? Some kind of feeling he'll get, what have you written in that. So similar work is being done by dopamine. It's a neurotransmitter. It transmits messages, feelings, emotions between from one neuron to another, to pull out that instance of emotion that is going around at that point of time. So whenever you feel happy about that, there is a like, or there is a subscriber, or somebody viewed your Insta post, or Snap post, Snap story post, and you feel happy about it, you feel some sort of achievement about it. Now you know that it's the work of dopamine that is being done in your brain. So I hope you guys understand what dopamine is about. So now you might be thinking how it would affect in our daily lives. We talked a lot about dopamine, its benefits, and how it works, right? But as I said earlier, like, opening every time, going to that digital drug every time we open that Insta page, see our likes, uh, playing that video game and everything. Every time we do that, we get that dopamine shot, and that triggers the emotions around it. We feel good, right? And that's the work of dopamine. So just imagine how many dopamine shots have you been taking in your day-to-day basis. It's a lot, I must tell you. Just try to think over that. Take a pause and just think on that. So since we get this dopamine dosage so easily in this digital world, like I can just go inside my Instagram account and see my latest post and see, oh my god, so many likes or so many viewers. uh, I get the dopamine hit, and I do that again and again. I come back again and again for that dopamine hit. But that easy achievement or that easy way to get that dopamine effect is not sustainable over the longer period of time. You know why? Because just think about it, those hard tasks that you have been stalling, or that hard goals, or making that business plan that you have been stalling, because that requires a lot of effort, right? And as humans, as back of our head, it we know that it takes a lot of effort to do that, and you get after that the dopamine effect. So we generally tend to choose the easy path of getting that dopamine shot every time. So this is where dopamine detox comes in. And there are plethora of ways. I mean, if you search on YouTube, there are lots of stuffs being talked about dopamine detox. But what I'm going to share today is something very easy to do that I feel, and some easy technique. So what that is easy technique is, let's take a day in a week, probably, as per comfort. Let's take a day in a week, and then let's try to refrain from getting those dopamine shots. So what do I mean by refrain from getting that dopamine shot is refrain from surfing that day, or having that stimulus, or going inside the app again and again. For example, going inside, refrain from diving into your insta page, refrain from going surfing FB that day, refrain from surfing Netflix that day. So refrain from doing that, rather than getting dopamine shot out of those digital drugs or digital stuffs. um, Pick up something that is uncomfortable to do. What I mean by uncomfortable is that pick up that book that you wanted to read, but you haven't been doing that, regardless of any reasons. Just do that. So pick up that book, and once you read that book and have that sense of achievement out of it, definitely, when how do you get that? Once you do that, you will get that dopamine effect. So now you see the better rewiring. I mean, these small adjustments that we need to make in order to rewire our brain, rewire our thinking, bring down the dopamine levels to the normal state. So, or maybe rather than day in a week, we can make these small adjustments in our daily lives, like in our day to day. Put some hours, like 2 to 3 hours. Go digital free. Do not browse, or do not surf, or do not watch the Netflix series for a while. Rather than that, in that particular hour, just pick up something that you wanted to do, or you feel that is hard. Just try doing that. Maybe you accomplish that, and then go back and get those dopamine shots out of those digital stuff. So I hope you get the gist out of this whole picture. Because guys, this is super important. In this digital age, we generally don't think what is going inside ourselves, rather than we wonder on what going inside others' lives. So let's try to have control over our lives. Even being a product manager, I think how we can build apps that could hook people, or that could bring that dopamine effect and make them use that app again and again. So trust me, think about it. Try to make those smaller changes. Have these use this dopamine detox technique to achieve something greater. Have that time. So I hope this whole concept would help you in your day-to-day lives. So I hope you like this video, and this whole concept of dopamine detox sounds very clinky, and obviously it should be, because it's a part of neuroscience and psychology, and these things are not talked about daily. Nobody will tell us about this, right? It's on us that we need to understand this, and use this for a betterment of our lives. So up to you guys. Take care, stay safe, and Again, don't forget to subscribe. It's and thank you for being there with me so far. The journey. Keep joining in the journey of self improvement and betterment of ourselves. Till then, stay safe, stay home, and stay awesome.